looting the banking occupation forces there, and the info you wanted to get into concerning the Gulf of Mexico spill. We'll be right back with a member of parliament from Iceland.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com. Alex Jones here with urgent information concerning trendsresearch.com. The Trends Journal distills the voluminous ongoing research of the Trends Research Institute into a concise, readily accessible form. By tracking 300 separately defined domestic and international trends, the Trends Journal establishes the connections that others fail to see or misinterpret. Gerald Salente's Trends Journal allows you to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take protective strategies. Individual readers from every walk of life can put the Trends Journal, Trends Forecast, and Trends Analysis to practical use. Extra information to keep you well informed throughout the year when any current event of major social, economic, or political significance occurs. Trends Journal notifies its subscribers of their implications. When you subscribe to the Trends Journal, you'll also receive Trends Alerts. Visit trendsresearch.com today. That's trendsresearch.com. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. This information is too important to wait. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Defending the Republic from enemies, foreign and domestic. It's Alex Jones.
We got Ray McGovern. He thinks the Wikileaks situation is huge news, very important. He's had a chance to analyze some of the 92,000 documents. He'll be joining us for 30 minutes of the next hour. And then the father of the birther movement, a lot of key intel he's developed. Attorney Phil Berg's joining us in the last half of the next hour. Going back to Birgitta Jónsdóttir, I've asked her a lot of questions. I appreciate her joining us. I want you to get into the banking fight and then the intel you wanted to get into, you know, the info you're getting that we're not getting in the mainstream media about the oil spill. Now the new CEO of BP U.S. says, yeah, it may still be leaking. So we're seeing a lot of deception there. But before we do that, how do folks support Iceland and your movement to beat the banking takeover?
Well, I guess the best way of supporting us is just to support any attempts in your own countries to change the way we handle the monetary system. We need to rethink the way we do banking. The way I see reserve banking, it is a criminal act. And we are hoping, it looks actually quite positive that the best bank will be established in the city of Reykjavik. It is being looked into now by the Reykjavik City Council. and there is sort of a growing understanding among people, and I'm actually attending tonight a meeting about the monetary system in Iceland, a grassroots group that has also been bringing forward this idea about the best bank, which is based on the model of North Dakota. You already have so many fantastic things in place in your country that would be fantastic to see if you would do this in each and every state. For example, to have like the Bank of North Dakota, it is such an incredibly fantastic model to base, and to have business with. So, I guess the best support we could have right now is, like I have asked before, is if you have any information, deep information about how the IMF functions, any recent good documentaries about the IMF, how they roll over nations and destroy them, that would be very useful. We're trying to form a group and we're going to have a big rally next month to raise awareness about who is really in charge in Iceland, and there's been actually regular protests outside their offices. My biggest concern right now is the IMF and their influence on our energy sector, and their desire or actually their demand that we will prioritize our energy sector, which has always been publicly owned and should still be publicly owned. We are just, I think the biggest support is actually just growing awareness about, just keep your eyes on Iceland and support the IMI initiative. But I like to see it as I like to see people in general just wake up and realize that they are the change, even though this is an Obama slogan. I think it's a good slogan. I think each and every one of us have to remember that we as individuals can change the world, and now is really the time for that. In relation to the BP, I don't have a lot of insiders information. I just want to encourage people, if they do have information that they feel that the general public should have access to just leak it. It's simple. Everybody needs to be aware of what is really going on there. The storm season is about to break on, isn't it, in August? That we have the hurricanes and so forth. I think also it is important to encourage journalists and activists to work very thoroughly together in investigating also the history of BP, because I've heard that there have been similar accidents like the one in the Gulf of Mexico in South America that got very little report about.
Well, you're right. BP has the worst safety record in the United States alone. They have had more violations and more disasters, according to the Associated Press, than all the other oil companies in the Houston area combined. And now their last CEO has gone to Russia, and the guy they had running Russia BP operations, he's become the new head here. So it's just amazing.
Is, and I think if we can dig enough information about them and get it into the mainstream media. I mean, I saw a video clip from CNN saying that the First Amendment was being broken on them, and because they couldn't report about, for example, the people that are getting sick, that are working in the cleaning effort, about all the animals, small and large, that are dying, and just the fact that they did this experiment with chemicals so that the oil spill is, 90% underwater, so you can't see it. And then, it's a blackout, media blackout. So the media is completely controlled, just like the war in, the first Iraqi war. And, I just encourage everybody to both pull together the information and harass your local representatives so that you can actually get an understanding what is really going on. And I think that... in general, if we allow the big corporations to do, their criminal activities unpunished, and just to turn away when people are in distress, like, is in that entire region, then we haven't learned anything. Then they're winning.
Well, you're right. I mean, then it allows them to set the precedent to get away with anything they want. Birgitta Jónsdóttir, a member of the Icelandic parliament, really leading the opposition against the banking takeover and having a lot of success. We salute your great work, and God bless you. And if more people had the same spirit of liberty that you have, we wouldn't be in such bad shape. So I hope that your spirit of freedom does infect others. And, of course, much of what she's talking about is in the film The Secret of Oz. I would add it's available at Infowars.com. Birgitta, thank you for joining us on short notice. What's the best website for people to visit to find out more about your work?
It's probably just best to get onto Facebook. I have a fan page there where I'm actually quite active there to both put in the newest links and films and so forth. And I really strongly want to urge people to see a very, very important film called Flow, For the Love of Water. You can see that for free on the internet. It is about the privatization of water. And I strongly urge everybody to see that particular film. And I urge people to be in touch either via Facebook or you go to my personal website. If you Google my name, you can find that. It should pop up first.
All right. All right, Birgitta Jónsdóttir, God bless you. We'll talk to you again soon. Keep it up.
You too.
All right, there goes, thank you. There goes Birgitta Jónsdóttir. And by the way, the maker of this film, director Bill Still, who made The Money Masters, went to Iceland. That's in his film. It's got Ellen Brown, Byron Dale, Joseph Farah, Professor Michael Hudson, James Robertson, Peter Schiff, Professor Quentin Taylor, and many others. It is available at Infowars.com. Discounted, it exposes the banking cartel and solutions of how to stop these people. Now, I want to shift gears. I talked in the first hour a lot about Google and a report out of Wired magazine today, their online version, exclusive, Google, CIA invest in future of web monitoring. And it says an investment arm of the CIA and Google are both backing a company that monitors the web in real time and says it uses the information to predict the future. Predict the future. You heard me right. Tracking everything you do in real time, your cell phones, your smart meters, watching what you're doing in your house. They're coming out with new appliances that control and track what's in your refrigerator. Just total surveillance, the nanny state. The company's called Recorded Future, and it scours tens of thousands of websites, blogs, and Twitter accounts to find the relationship between people, organizations, actions, and incidents, both present, and still to come. So it's pre-crime. In a white paper, the company says its temporal analysis engine goes beyond search by looking at the invisible links between documents that talk about the same or related issues. So it's relationships, entities, and events. And it goes into how it's being funded by Google and the CIA and is run by a former Swedish Army Ranger with a PhD in computer science. And it goes into the 16-person Cambridge, Massachusetts firm attractive to Google Ventures and In-Q-Tel, a branch of the CIA. Now, I made the point that this doesn't point out that the government admits they post fake al-Qaeda blogs everywhere to scare the public. Even the CIA admitted in the Washington Post 2 months ago they've created fake al-Qaeda videos with bin Laden and others. This is admitted. And so they're tracking all this fake info that private corporations and intelligence agencies and government and outside of government are posting to create this fake illusion of men with turbans hiding underneath your table trying to suck the blood out of your feet or hiding in your closet or under your bed. And the fact that they do put out fake info constantly and that they can also then come to you with pre-crime and say that they've got evidence you've committed a crime, and they talk about that in here. We already proved lie detectors were used to put hundreds of thousands of innocent people in prison. The governments have been caught all over the place planting fake DNA evidence on people. They can fake fingerprints. I mean, all of this is admitted. And so you can't trust the big corrupt system to be doing this, but now they admit that all of this surveillance is really going on and happening. This is so important. Now, I just wanted to recap that because it dovetails with this. This is the Washington Post today. White House proposal would ease FBI access to records of Internet activity. But you read the full proposal, it's also them getting into your computer with remote access, basically expanding the sneak and peek provision with no warrants. The Obama administration is seeking to make it easier for the FBI to compel companies to turn over records of an individual's internet activity with